Hello everyone, my name is Joseph, and in 2019 I bought a Sony F3. I've owned a lot of video cameras and DSLR cameras before, but this was my first professional one. When I bought it, I was going to film school, exploring the possibilities of becoming a full-time filmmaker, and at that time I owned an A7 III and quickly started to pick up freelance work, and I really needed a second camera. I wanted to work with something that had better image quality for my school projects and had more professional features if it ever was required for work. I fell in love with the look of this camera, and it was affordable. All it really needed was an external recorder to take advantage of it fully. But I already got one since the A7 III needed it for longer recordings. And when this unit came out on eBay with the Triality Technica cinema housing, I just got to have it. And it was just in time. Hello kitty, you need to go down, because I'm making a recording. A lot of work came to me and the second camera was really useful. And soon after that, the unspecified germ of unknown origin took over the world and everybody wanted to stream. And boy was I lucky that I got a camera with an SDI port. Suddenly I was working with a lot of broadcast people, and most of them used the older small sensor broadcast cameras. And every time I showed up and they plugged my camera in, everyone was amazed of how good the image quality was, just shooting in the normal standard picture profile for streaming. Yes. At the time when I was looking to get one, most videos here on YouTube were very old. I wanted to get some fresh videos out there for anyone who was interested, and also practice being in front of the camera. The response to these videos has been great. A lot of people still use this camera, and it has kind of a cult following. It's a great community, and I've gotten all accessories for it to really make it work. I even shot a small commercial starring a Swedish Oscar-winning actress with it. Therefore, I am sad to say that I have moved on from this system. I'm going to explain why. Meow, trying to make a video. Please leave me alone. Couple of seconds. Some of my income comes from renting out gear for filmmakers like myself. This is such an unusual camera and nobody is really looking for it. And when I shoot, I usually do documentary style videos and I create online courses. I usually do everything myself. I light, I do sound, and I edit as well. I even built a studio here at home so that my clients that I'm making educational content for can come here to me and shoot. I find it very useful to be able to crop in and out when doing talking heads for that kind of work. And since this camera is very soft, I cannot do it with it. So this camera never gets to be my A camera for that kind of work, even though it has superior image quality compared to my mirrorless cameras. I also want to be able to have an A cam that can use my Sony E-mount lenses. I never really went all in on the lenses because I could only use them on my inferior cameras, so to speak. And even though it's pretty easy to make this camera work with the external recorder, it's one more thing that needs power and adds weight to my package. And I had one situation shooting a scene for a feature film I'm making with my dad. It was the last take, we only had one chance to get it. It was a very hectic situation, and in the middle of the take the recorder died. Either I bumped the power cord or the battery lost voltage. But the last most important seconds of the shoot is only recorded internally. I have the shot, thank God, but the quality is bad. If this was another situation where I had a paying client, it would have been really bad. Anyway, I started to invest in E-mount lenses anyway, so I'm getting kind of locked into that system. And I was saving up money for an FX9 because I consider that to be the best Sony system at the moment. However, I stumbled upon a deal I just could not pass on. It's a camera that has an E-mount, good internal recording, and of course 4K for cropping in and out. However, it's also an older system. Can you guess it? A Sony F7, the industry standard for many years and my dream camera when it came out. I paid under a fifth of the price of an FX9 for this. And you know what best part is? I got an extra F7 in the deal. It's the one that is filming me right now. Soon after it, I got an amazing opportunity for a documentary shoot on board the Swedish 16th century tall ship Göteborg and to sail with it over the North Sea to London. It was the perfect job for this camera and I learned a lot from shooting it. This camera is not perfect, there are a lot of quirks, but I was also surprised that it performed better than I expected in a lot of aspects. Some of the typical complaints about it here on YouTube, I just simply don't agree with. And I will explore my thoughts on it in another video, so subscribe and watch out for it. There is, however, one thing I miss about my old F3, and that's the image quality. It's way easier to grade and the look is more organic. I'm really gonna miss my baby Alexa. Since this camera is just sitting on the shelf for now, if anyone is interested to buy it from me, just hit me up in the comments and we might be able to work something out. It's a great time for filmmakers at the moment and there are a lot of good new cameras out there. However, camera gear is expensive and it's very easy to break the bank. I think going for older system and learn as you go is a pretty wise decision. You like this one? Or do you like this one? Which one is the best? Hopefully we will see each other in the next video. Bye!